Good morning, children. Let us continue with the chapter of resources. As we have studied what are resources, where are they available, what are the benefits or what are the uses of resources. Today let us discuss the types of resources or the classification of resources, what type of resources are available in the nature. So resources are generally classified into natural, human and human-made. This we discussed yesterday. So what are the differences of natural, human and human-made resources? Let us see natural resources. Resources, from this term itself we understand, resources which are found in the nature or occurring naturally, available in the nature without much modifications or changes. We can use them, we can consume them. Such kind of resources are called natural resources. So the air we breathe, the water in our rivers and lakes, and the soils, minerals, these are all natural resources because they are occurring naturally, available in the nature. Many of these resources are the free gifts of nature also and can be used directly. And mostly the natural resources we can consume or use them directly. In some cases, the tools and technology may be needed to use a mineral resource or natural resource in the best possible way. In order to use some of these resources, we need to use any implements or tools or the modern technology we have to use for extracting and utilizing. Natural resources also can be classified into different groups depending upon the level of development, use, origin, stock and distribution. So let us see here, on the basis of their development and use, the resources can be classified into two groups: actual resources and potential resources. On the basis of different these depending upon the level of development or its development, this can be classified into actual resources and potential resources. What is actual resource or what are actual resources? Those resources or the actual resources are whose quantity is known by us. We know that how much quantity of resources are available in the nature. So these resources are being used in the presently. When we know that how much quantity is available, we utilize them, we can use them. So the rich deposits in coal in the Ruhr Valley region of Germany and petroleum in the Western Asia, the dark soils or the black soils in the Deccan Plateau regions of Maharashtra. Deccan Plateau regions have black soil. These are such kind of actual resources. Some other resources are called potential resources whose entire quantity may not be known. We do not know how much of quantity of resources are available. So such kind of resources are called potential resources. It can be used in the future for the next generation. It can be extracted and used also. The level of technology we may have the present may not be advanced, which the modern technology is not sufficient. It is not advanced technology for extracting potential resources, so that it will be remaining for the future generations. Uranium found in the Ladakh region, so this is one example of potential resource, and that could be used in the future because we cannot extract it now due to lack of advanced technology. High speed winds were a potential resource about 200 years ago, but now we are utilizing them. Once upon a time, 200 years ago, we could not think about using the wind energy. Now we can say that now the solar energy and wind energy are widely used nowadays in the modern era, the 21st century phenomena. This is okay. So today these are actual resources. Once they were known as potential resources, now it is actual resources. Now we are utilizing them. Proper way of utilizing them properly, we are utilizing these. So these are today actual resources. You will find some of these windmills. We can find the wind energy is utilized nowadays in Tamil Nadu and Gujarat coast also. Nagarkoil region of Tamil Nadu and Gujarat coastal region, we can find such kind of windmills are also. In Netherlands also they widely use the windmills. Now, based on their origin, the resources can also be classified into biotic and abiotic. Biotic resources, we know that the resources which has a life. Okay, so the living things, especially the plants and animals, they are biotic resources, and other abiotic resources which does not have life. That means soil, rocks and minerals, these are all abiotic resources. Also, we can say that natural resources can be broadly categorized into renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, for example, we know that which can get renewed even after using several times. It can be renewed or replenished quickly. Some of these are unlimited and also not affected by human activities. How much we are consuming, it will never get exhausted. So these are called renewable resources, such kind of solar and wind energy. We know that this will not get exhausted. How much we utilize or exploit more and more also, it will not get exhausted. So these are also, we can say that some other resources, when we are using carelessly, it will get exhausted. So they cannot be renewed also. Okay, and so shortage and drying up of the natural water resources or is a major problem in many parts of the world. There is plenty of water, rainfall occurs, water is available everywhere, but there is no safe drinking water available. This is a major problem in the most part of the world today. Now also we know that the amount of resources available for use is called stock. There is plenty of stock of resources in the earth. Okay, so resources are available. It is called a stock when the availability of amount of resources in the earth. Non-renewable resources, we can say that it has a limited stock, not plenty. Once the stocks are exhausted, it may take thousands of years to be renewed or replenished. So since the periods such more than human life spans, we know that we may not live more 1,000 years, more than 100 years it's not possible to live for most of the people. So that some of the minerals take thousands of years for renewal or also to regenerate. So that we need to use them very carefully. Such kind of minerals or the resources are called non-renewable resources. We can say the example coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are the examples of non-renewable resources. On the basis of their distribution, also resources are classified into ubiquitous and localized. From the words, from the term itself, we can understand what are the differences. Ubiquitous, we know that resources that are found everywhere. Some of the resources are available everywhere, like the air we breathe and the water we drink. These are all available everywhere. So we can say they are ubiquitous, and some are only found in the particular regions or locality. So they are called localized. We know that copper, iron ore, coal, etc. These are not available everywhere and not distributed equally on the earth's surface. We know that petroleum is especially available in the West Asian countries and Gulf countries, we say. It's not plenty available in India. In India also very rare cases like the Assam region and the Mumbai High in the Arabian Sea. These are the areas where the petroleum is available. Not much areas, much regions of our country. So that they are called localized, and the distribution of these natural resources depending upon the major physical factors like the terrain, the topography of the land or climatic conditions and the altitude of the land. Okay, these are the different factors where the minerals are found. Particular minerals are found in particular areas, not everywhere, not distributed all over the earth. So the distribution of these resources are unequal, and so that this also these factors differ so much over the earth. Different parts of the earth has different types of minerals and resources available. So that's all for today about the classification of all the types of resources, and tomorrow we will study more about the human made resources. Three types of resources: natural resources, human resources and human made resources. Now we have studied about the natural resources. Tomorrow we are going to learn about the human made resources. Thank you.